body's tingling.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any idea where you would be going? You have a sense of where you're going to?
Yes.
Where are you going to?
I've been deposited into a body, but it's not a body. It is and it isn't.
How would you describe it?
Like a humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like I'm in another time.
Okay. Do you know why you're there?
Yes.
Why are you there?
I've been made to do a job.
To do a job?
Yeah. I've been made to do a job. Oh, it's very strong.
What is your job?
To help create other humanoids and to place souls inside their bodies.
Okay. So how would you describe your body? What does it look like?
It is like a humanoid. It's like a human. I have dark black hair, blue eyes, but really I'm no sex at all.
Okay. What planet are you on?
Arcturus.
Arcturus? Okay. Do you have a...
No, it's a planet. No, it's a planet near Arcturus.
Okay.
It's a station.
What kind of station?
One that's not very pretty. One that only has buildings, like pyramids, all over the place. It is a satellite city for building and creating beings.
Okay. And so that's your job, is you help put souls into bodies. Okay. And how do you identify yourself?
My name is like Celine.
Celine.
They've given me a name.
Okay. So how do you feel about your job, Celine?
Well, I was given a soul by a being, and that soul had given me that evolutionary key to unlock souls from higher consciousness into evolution of beings. There is a lot of energy on my left hand. And we use crystals and we use a connection with, say, a part of our higher selves to channel through beings of consciousness so we can create animals and robots. And I'm half robotic. My right hand side is robotic.
And your left?
It's a strange feeling.
What is your left?
Flesh.
Okay, so you're half and half.
But you can't see it. You can't see the robotic. It feels stiff on the right hand side. My neck is sore from it a lot of the time.
So did somebody create your body?
Yes.
Okay.
But I was born from like a test tube, from the ethers, they told me. But I was raised like a normal child. But I grew fast. They have a technology which allows beings to grow faster. So instead of taking a gestation time of, say, 10 or 20 years, I took 1 to 2 years to grow into full maturity, adulthood. And I will stay like this for many years.
What's your typical lifespan where you are? How long would you expect to live for?
100 to 200 years.
Okay.
I have not been made in the likes too much like a god. I've been made to be a servant of God. The Arcturian gods have given us, a few of us, special positions on this planet. They have beautiful sunsets on this planet. They're blue, red and gold, like yesterday's. Reminded me of yesterday. And there are floating. This place has very little gravity.
So do you float around?
No, we have gravity.
Okay.
But we're part, you must understand, we're partly not material as well. They have said that we have a stronger connection to God than most beings, so we are lucky. And that we are their children, that will be looked after. Many people have many roles in this city. We have built a city inside the pyramid, what they have. It's the most glorious building, most beautiful gold. We're on a big, vast block of, it's like a black island in amongst a black sea with rivers of black ocean. Most of the time it's dark here. There's very little light sometimes. A few moments out of the day that there are light, and then it turns back to darkness. And there is like a tar in the water, so they say that the atmosphere isn't always that good to go out in. So we have to stay indoors. It is harder to breathe outside than it is inside.
So did something happen to cause it to be like that?
No, they found it this way, and they decided to build cities around it.
Okay. Was that the Arcturian gods?
Yes, they built cities through their mind.
So how did they do that?
We can only guess, can we? Yeah, it's probably not for beings like us to understand other than what we're given as a job, but they have been given the laws of creation, the laws of God. This is what they have started with from the beginning of time.
So how do you feel about your role there?
We are outside of time, so we don't really exist. I feel privileged. I feel different because I have heard that other beings on other planets have families and I am alone. I've been alone for a long time. I do meet few people in the city with different roles and jobs. It's like a science laboratory where people come and people go, and beings come and beings go. Much like a port, I think they call it. It is a port satellite. and we drift out into this universe with, much like a sun, but the sun turns into a moon.
Wow.
Or maybe it has been, is that normal? Yeah.
Well, it is what it is. Okay.
And
so,
the moon and the sun go around us. So I don't know whether this planet has been created. There is a story that has been created around us, that everything was a creation by them.
mm-hmm.
And we don't really exist.
So when you're not performing your role, what do you do? How do you spend your time? Or how do you
spend my time in the gardens,
Mm-hmm.
like a Garden of Eden. It's very beautiful. I talk to the animals there. I have a favourite animal.
Which one is that?
It is like what they would call a dog cat here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mixture between the two. Some of the beings look like cats and dogs. Like they've created beings that are humanoid but look like a cat or a dog. I've always wondered what it would be like to be with one of them. Sounds funny, doesn't it? I have a friend that I meet sometimes. He comes and goes. And he tells me his stories about adventures. He is a collector of specimens.
Of specimens?
Of plant and animal specimens.
Okay. So you enjoy spending time to hear his stories?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think we like each other. But there are also, I like going in to meet the children before they grow up too quickly. I like to play with them and learn about them. And draw and paint with them in the school.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to go for a fly in one of the flying objects to have a look around the planet. I'm allowed to visit once or twice in a moment, to go in a flying object and to explore the planet. But I'm not allowed off the planet.
Why not?
It's not in my contract.
Okay. Who's your contract with?
The man who is my teacher and my guide, who is a lot like me. He has been made in the same format as myself, but he is my teacher, my guide, my confidant, but I don't feel very close to him. I have other people in the other part of the building. They're more like my friends. They're more, I can talk to them. This person is too serious. But he's like a father. We have dark hair, dark face hair, and he wears blue as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's not from this world. He is allowed to go somewhere else. I don't like him. And I ask him to tell me about those worlds, but he says it's not to be spoken of. He says he goes to other planets to help populate them with creatures.
The creatures that you make?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's leave that scene. Let's move forward to another important day, a day that you consider to be important, and something is happening. You've now gone forward to an important day. What is happening? What do you see?
I think I am about to be extinguished or sent back to space.
Is it your natural time to go, or what happened?
Yes, my contract is over.
Mm-hmm.
They tell me that I am to go to a better place anyway, and that I am to serve them still in a different capacity. So not to worry.
So how do you feel you performed your role there on the planet? That
Very
station?
well.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. But I was very alone. I am to meet the gods and goddesses, though, the ones that have been guiding the beings that create these worlds. So I don't have any fear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what that is anyway. I don't really have a lot of emotions.
Okay.
I have a funny arm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be from the mechanical side of me.
Yeah.
It feels like a board. Like it doesn't really even exist.
Yeah.
It's the strangest feeling. And I think I will be happier on the other side.
Mm-hmm. You weren't happy where you were?
I didn't have anywhere to go. I was not built for that.
What were you built for?
To have a soul, but to do one function, have a role in the evolution of many civilizations without actually meeting those civilizations.
Mm-hmm.
That was all I was told. I would like to live in a civilization. I would like to have a life that is... I don't know how it feels to have a life. I don't even know what a life is, really. I'm not... I wasn't built to feel that way, but because I'd heard stories, I grew inquisitive about it, and I grew lonely knowing that there were other people happy with other people. I guess because I wasn't quite so material. I was part mechanical, part material or mass, carbon-based, plus I didn't have, say, a range of feelings. I wasn't really a being, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
that had the capacity to want to be with other people anyway. I just wanted to see the world. I just wanted to see other places.
But you couldn't do that in that body, in the body you're in. Yeah.
And I wasn't supposed to feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how they had programmed me or had created me. And so when the soul came in, they were surprised that the soul was stronger. than the program.
So you created undesired effects, is that right?
Yes, which they knew could be a problem in what they were doing anyway. That they created creatures to be servants, but the servants may have side effects where they wanted more.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's move forward now and take your last breath in that life and move on to the other side of it. And we're on the other side of it now. As you look back at that life, tell me how you feel about that life.
I was magic, but in a different way. Very different way. I probably was not supposed to remember that life. But I think the goddess allowed me to tap into that life.
Why do you feel that's so?
To do work for her.
How were you doing work for her in that life?
By learning a valuable tool for healing.
Which one is that?
For channeling and depositing energy from the universe as a gateway for creating or uncreating programs and beings. I don't know.
How do you think you could have lived the life differently?
I could have been a stowaway on someone else's ship and gone to another world, but I would not know how to exist in that world. That's not what I was made for.
What were you made for?
For the completion of civilizations, for creating and collecting components of souls. It was an important job. And it seemed like it wasn't long, but I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed that life? What was most enjoyable about it?
Meeting different people from different places, different beings of existence. I got to learn a little bit about them and what they did and where they came from. I don't think I would have been able to do that if I was stuck in a civilization under servitude or rulership, like similar to what I was, but this is different. This is a space, like a space station. I would not have seen as much or felt as much or been as given that much information.
So you got to connect with a lot of different races, different peoples and beings.
Yeah, ones with very, very powerful, strong abilities to create things. I never met, of course, never really met our higher beings that had created the planet and created the station.
Yes.
But I believe the reason was because our race or our species or the people that we were more like had created their own civilization. But they didn't want me to connect to those civilizations because they were transported from one planet to another. So it was too far away for me to go.
Yeah. Okay. So what else might you have done differently in that life? Anything? If you had a choice to do something
I
different?
could have had children.
Is that possible with that body?
No.
So how could you have had
I
children?
wasn't programmed with... There's a space here where there should be reproductive organs. But I don't have any.
So having a family would have been a nice thing for you?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't have those feelings. I've just heard the stories. They're just stories in my mind. I have a mind. And that mind's connected to my soul, so I've been told.
Yeah. So where do you think you'll go next once you leave this life?
I don't know, into a family?
Why did you pick these 2 lives?
To show her that she could trust a future in her lives, in her lifetime now. I chose 2 lives. One where I was free to make choices as a man. I think she wanted to see a male life. And one where she had no choice, where she was learning something very valuable. The part of her where she's connected to magic that was more universal. Chose the 2 lives of a man and a woman where she felt the most empowered.
Where she felt the most power?
Empowered and free, except freedom was in her mind. The freedom to choose and the freedom to follow her destiny. And to not be afraid of it, to be an allowance of it.
So when you say you showed her both of those lives, because it's about trust, what should she be trusting in her present life, or what is she not trusting? How is it relevant?
That to use the gifts of what she knows and to trust them as opposed to not believing in herself.
So in this life, she has the choice. She can do whatever she wants.
Correct.
She's not living the robot life now.
No.
So are you saying that she doesn't trust in her gifts enough as it is?
Yes.
Why doesn't she trust them?
She doesn't understand them.
Why not?
It's like stepping into the unknown. Is very powerful, but she's probably very comfortable where she is. But she has made alliances with the gods and goddesses. So she should have faith. She hasn't trusted in the past. This is all new, don't forget.
Okay. So what should she do now?
Stop being afraid. She's ready for a big change now. And she knows it.
So does she need to kick up the bum?
Yes.
No, she can do anything she puts her mind and her heart into.
Yes.
Isn't that right? Okay, so there should be no excuses.
No, she has everything she needs.
Has all the tools.
And there'll be more coming.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and we hear that she'll be meeting the being Ovid, perhaps in this life.
I think it's a hope.
Mm-hmm.
More than a destiny, more than a prophecy.
Well, time will tell, won't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what else can she learn from those 2 lives?
To relax. To go with the flow.
Yeah.
They're both destined. Everything has a reason, everything has a purpose. So just to go with the flow and relax, not to question everything all the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What is she questioning at the moment that's holding her back? Or
Stability. To talk, which she has the ability to do, obviously, in that one life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was a great speechwriter.
Yeah.
And talker.
And teacher.
Teacher.
And the ability to transmit higher energies into a group.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got that ability too.
Does she know how to use that at the moment?
Yes and no.
Okay. How can she improve upon that ability?
Practice.
Okay. Anything particular she should practice with regards to that?
Just to work to open people's minds and hearts.
Through talking?
Yes. And sharing.
And sharing. What should she share?
The information we have given her.
Okay.
From the higher self.